Thank you very much for all your comments. And DJ Boggs has left a message. There's a very good interview on the BBC from an Albanian migrant, which you should read, Tim. Goes completely against what you're saying. He even admitted he came here illegally for work and is telling others not to do it. Actually, it goes exactly in line with what I'm saying, which is that there is a campaign in Albania targeting Albanians, and it's often run by Kurdish and by North African smugglers, who are the people who manage the dinghies across the channel. And they have targeted particularly a very poor area in northern Albania. A poor area in northern Albania where people are lucky to survive on an income of under £400 a month. They are ripe for this sort of attack, and many of them are falling for it. They do not have the money to apply for a visa in a conventional way because, as the fellow says, he's been given a false name, so there's no point in even mentioning his name. As the fellow says in the article, should he have gone to get a normal, a functioning visa, a Tier 5 visa, for example, the people who would have guided him would have charged him so much more money. So, in fact, a government minister did say a week ago or so that Tier 5 visa cost £400. It's complete rot. It's upwards of 1,400, and then there are the legal fees on top of that. So the £3,500 which a smuggler charges is actually a bargain and a possibility. More than that, the Tier 5 visas simply don't work. So I've said before, I know people from Bulgaria who have applied for Tier 5 visas and are still waiting 2 years later. And for people who've applied for student visas who are kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And unless you have professional advice from English-speaking lawyers and from English-speaking advisors and agents, you cannot negotiate your way through this visa morass. We need to make it simpler. We need to make the visa system working in the country. So we need Home Office agents in Albania if we are going to offer an alternative route. So the fact that this boy came over to Britain and he then truthfully said, as many of the Albanians that I know are phenomenally truthful, truthfully said that he had arrived by an illegal route, that it was a terrifying route, that that he was an economic migrant, probably words he's just picked up, that he was simply there to work, not to play around, not to mess around, not to... the point was, he was asked, are you a criminal? No, he would have said, I'm not a criminal. Yes, I've used an illegal route, and yes, I want to work. I don't want to mess around. I don't want to do drugs. That's what he would have said. So the interview has been slightly skewed, but it is nothing against what I'm saying. It is exactly what I've been saying consistently from the very beginning. These people are not criminals. These people, some of them have been duped. Some of them are genuine refugees. Some of them are indeed economic migrants who might be playing the system, but that system is being played because the other system doesn't work. We need people to work in this country, and we are in the process of scape-mongering one particular nationality, as we used to scapemonger Poles and Romanians and recently also Turks. It is outrageous. But the point about this particular scape-mongering is this has been pioneered and promoted by a government minister. That's what makes it so horrendous. In the past, whether it was with the connivance or the approval of the Home Office, this scapegoating was done by the tabloid newspapers. Now it's done by a government minister. Shame on her.